clouded afternoons ever knew. Because every passing light ahead feels close to shelter, close to something true. I do not need a perfect ending, only the nearness of a gentler frame. A table scarred by daily use, a low lamp glow, a place that knows my face without a name. And as the road bends under the moon and fences blurred and overpasses slide above, I feel the softest kind of pull, the kind built not from thunder but from habit, memory, and love. At the edge of town, vending machines and empty benches lined in blue. A woman with a red scarf waits alone, staring at the tracks like she has learned what quiet can do. A child sleeps on her father's shoulder near the door, one sneaker hanging loose in the aisle. That small scene lands in the chest like medicine, plain and deep and free of style. There was beauty in tired people, moving toward a softer place after the long demand of day. Beauty in rolled sleeves, faded bags, the way the shoulders drop when there is nothing, way the shoulders drop when there is nothing left to say. The train pulls through and leaves a wake of metal song, and night returns to breathing low, the kind of low that lets the hidden parts come forward, lets the human pulse show. Neon from the late shop paints the curb, paint and gold and dawn. Somewhere behind a glass of milk stacks oranges, under radio static and a dull white dawn is home. I pass a row of narrow houses with curtains thin as paper skin. Each door holds its own small universe, a lamp, a silver fan, the warmth of staying in. One place has plants against the sill, another has laundry roasting in the light, another glows with television blue, a silent kind of company holding back the bright at night. No palace holds more comfort than a living room where nothing tries too hard. No polished hall outshines the grace of a no couch. Check mugs, a shelf with birthday cards. I think of how the spirit heals in common things. The smell of toast, the sound of water near the drain. The way a blanket folded at the foot of a bed can soften months of strain. The way a hallway bulb can guide a tired mind better than 1,000 speeches ever could. The way one person saying stay a while can make a whole hard year feel understood. My reflection floats across the glass, pale and broken by the speed. For once it does not look like someone lost, only someone answering quietly. Distant engines breathing low below. Newspaper circles the curb, then settles by a drain like a thought too tired to keep its shape. Windows hold their little sun square, golden stack brick, each one a private kind of escape. My steps find a steady line in the hush between red lights. Heal their soul on the warm concrete. Every block opens like a page of water stains and old ink full of small unfinished. A dining chair stands upside down on the table near the door. Chrome legs catching the last neon blue. Clerk behind the corner mark counts coins with the blank calm face, ready to murmur when something low and a crowd pulls at the sleeve. No voice cuts through the chest, no bright demand runs down the mic. Only the road stretch clean and long, only the moving in, only the whistle leave the weight behind. The bicycle leans against the gate with one loose wheel still turning slow. A bus stop ad with the smiling face grows over an empty bench in the soft electric flow. There were days without a pressure, glass tower, sharp speech, white screens, too much speed in the blood. But this hour strips the noise, the phone and dust, asks less, holds less, room for something good. I can't see laundry not wet. Circles of white cloth spin like moons behind fog paint. A woman folds a coat with patient hands. hands while a child sleeps across two plastic chairs inside the frame. No anthem rises from the block, no thunder splits the darkened roofs, no grand sign falls from above. Still the flame calmer the street says enough, says breeze, says keep going with the small warm proof for love. Proof in the scarf left on the seat, the key turns soft to two in a warm cup held with both hands. Proof in the way your plain old road looks kinda when nobody owns it and nobody makes demands. The signal changes at an empty cross and green pours over wet paint lines. For one clear second the whole world feels simple as breath, simple as shoes moving through borrowed shine. I do not chase a final answer through these rows of brick and steel. I only let the silence work its slow hand through the rib until the hidden parts begin to hit. Some corners hold old laughter in the mortar, some walls keep the shape of names. Some stairs remember tied to feet and winter coats and kisses lost inside the rainless frame. This little thing still speaks, the bent sign, the cracked tile, the steam from the grate near the curb cut scene. All of it gathers into one low current under the skin, steady and clean as a trace. Singing a low glow, low glow, low glow, move with a slow roll, slow roll, slow roll, stay in a low glow, low glow, low glow, close to the cool from the whole town knows. Stay in a low glow, low glow, low glow, soft like a thin smoke, thin smoke, thin smoke, stay in a low glow, low glow, low glow, let it go, let it go. Further up by the overpass, the concrete takes on silver from a hidden moon behind me. All the train grinds far under the breathing page, leaving the air more open after the sound goes out. The cat slips through the bars of a fence with the ease of something born free of clocks. Loose gravel answers under my shoes beside a shuttered flower shop and the wall of faded posters. I catch my sheep in the black and glass of closer lines stretched by stickers and half-filled tape. But once the face looking back feels right, not fixed, not cornered, not pressed into a harder shape. The city always wears two skins, one for the rush and one for the hours after. One made of horns and deadlines, one made of steam and distant lights and the ghost of someone's laughter. This second skin feels better on the soul, less tight in the chest, less bright in the eyes. It gives each ordinary object room to breathe, gives every thought a slower rise. A payphone shell with no receiver still stands beside a liquor store, resonating for a voice from years ago. A parking meter blinks and spread out of nobody, holding time that nobody came to own. Some truths only show up here in the softened frame after the crowds leave. Not in the middle of applause, not in the human room, but where the long blocks empty and the post can reach. I think of all the hands once brushed by chances on stairwells and subway doors. On the almost words and brief half smiles, but never ask for more. Think of how the mind goes, tiny less better than it admits by day. A stranger moving aside to share dry space from certain weather. A driver waving someone through the lane. Those little acts return down here like embers under ash. Still warm, still bright enough to trust. They make the whole concrete kingdom feel less hard, less ruled by profit, less made of dust on the corner of food cart. Sleeps under a tall metal smelling of oil and spice.
Attention. Attention.
Gray miles, rolling under quiet ties, long lines of pavement stretching beyond the hills. The morning light brushing the tops of silent fields, distant barns standing still against the pale sky. The road moves steady through sleeping towns and empty stations. Rusted rails beside the highway glimmer faint and cold. Wind drifts softly through the narrow cracking glass. Every dust of distant pine into the cabinet. Every mile loosens another thought from the mind. Every passing sign fades into quiet memory. The rhythm of the wheels becomes a slow heartbeat, steady and calm beneath the movement forward. Clouds drift wide across the endless sky above the road. Shadows sliding slowly across open land. Somewhere beyond the next rise, a silver river curves through trees. Somewhere beyond the horizon, another town begins to glow. Yet the journey itself feels larger than the destination waiting ahead. Because motion creates its own kind of silence inside the chest. A space where thoughts can travel freely without weight, where every breath feels longer than the last. In the wide open distance, carrying something steady and patient.
Run the road, run through the sky, light in the wheels, rolling by, slow in the air, calm in the soul.
Telephone poles pass like steady metronomes beside the highway. Fields unfolding in long stripes of faded green and gold. Distant windmills turn slowly against the pale horizon. The blades cut in quiet circles through the air. The sky grows brighter with every quiet mile ahead. Clouds dissolving in the wide endless blue. Somewhere a truck fades into the far distance like a drifting shadow. A slow hum dissolving in the wind behind. The map folded in the seat no longer matters much. The road itself carries its own direction forward. Every curve reveals another stretch of open distance. Another piece of calm beneath the moving sky. The mind begins to wander beyond the narrow frame of time. Beyond yesterday and tomorrow. Only the present mile matters in this endless ribbon of motion. And the quiet road becomes a place where thoughts grow lighter.
Run with the road, run through the sky. Light in the wheels, rolling by. Slow in the air, calm in the soul. Run with the road.
Further north the air grows cooler and thinner. Forest rising along the edges of the winding asphalt. Sunlight flickers through tall branches crossing the road. Patches of shadow dancing across the hood. Rivers of air break through beside the shoulder then vanish again behind hills. Ridges hung low beneath the weight of passing wheels. The land breathes slowly through valleys and open ridges. Every mile reveal another quiet landscape. The horizon stretches farther than any single plan could reach. And the heart settles deeper in the rhythm of travel movements. Becomes reflection distant, becomes clarity. And the road itself feels like a quiet teacher guiding each mile forward.
Run with the road, run through the sky. Light in the wheels, rolling by. Slow in the air, calm in the soul. Run with the road, run with the road. Where the long winds blow, past open skies, where cool stars glow. Miles unfold, where calm hearts go. Run with the road. 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 Run with the road.
Yeah. Salt on the window, gold in the curtains, slow moving clouds in the watercolor sky. Bare feet crossing the boards with the soft kind of rhythm. Gulls drawing silver little marks of pie. Warm light resting on a half red letter. Breeze slipping in through the screen door frame. Far off laughter mixed into the air like music. Everything close but never the same. Time takes its time in the place built for breathing. No fast replies, no clocks to obey. Dust in the sun makes a kingdom of stillness. And every small feeling has room to stay. I let the hush wrap around my shoulders. Let it settle deep under my skin. The day moves wide like a handheld open. Something calm begins within. No neon pressure, no cold elevator, no endless streets with their heart right still. Only your porch swing talking in slow little circles. Only your peace hanging loose in the air. And every thought that was sharp in the city goes softer. Every ache that was loud turns low. Like the heart found space where it does not need armor. Like the chest found a slow.
Stay with the sun on me. Stay where the breeze runs free. Slow, move so sweet. Stay in the light with me. Stay till the sky turns low. Stay where the warm wind blows. Slow, do not leave. Stay in the light with me.
White linen dancing on the line in the garden. Wild grass leaning with the pull of the day. A chipped blue cup on a table of cedar. Cold fruit waiting on a warm round truck. Radio murmurs from a room in the distance. Old notes floating through the open hall. Each one soft as a hand on the forehead. Each one small but enough for it all. I keep hearing the world in its gentlest language. Leaves brushing wood, steps fading thin. A gate giving way with the low rusty answer. The hush after voices go dim. This is the kind of hour that loosens the spirit. This is the kind of place that repairs. Not the speeches of thunder or big revelations, but with sunlight and patience in it. And I think that the nights that were full of bright stars, all those rooms where the soul fell shut. How strange that relief sometimes arrives without warning, and that's for nothing but trust. I let the blue of the day pour through me. Let the warmth draw a line through my chest. There is a form of grace in the ordinary breathing. There is is a form of love and rest.
Stay
Far down the road where the tall reeds whisper, bicycles glitter and the children run by. One dog sleeping under the shade of a railing, one paper kite caught in the wide world sky. All of it simple, all of it human, all of it bright without trying too hard. No polished lines, no gold-plated stories, only the truth of where small beauties are. A peach split open, sugar on fingertips, wet hair drying in the heat of noon. One lazy fan turning circles above the room, slowly warm asleep near the edge of the moon. I used to think peace had to come like a victory, loud as brass, clean as white stone. Now I know it can walk in wearing soft colors and teach a full heart how to be alone. Not lonely, not broken, not close to the world, but settled and warm in its own slow beat. Strong like a fire that does not need wind to prove it. Bright like bare ankles on sunlit concrete. And if there is healing, then this is its rhythm. This little drift through the middle of day. This low gold and hush without any demand. And if it's quiet that does not run away.
Stay with the sun on me. Stay where the breeze runs free. Slow, slow, move so sweet. Stay in the light with me. Stay till the sky turns rosy. Stay where the warm wind blows. Slow, slow, do not leave. Stay in the light with me.
When evening starts pouring, it's amber on rooftops. When shadows grow long by the fence and the pines. When supper plates cool and the porch boards remember the shape of slow dancing and unfinished lines. I feel the day fold into a softer color. Peach, bronze, and lavender blue. The first porch lamp hums with a tired little halo, and all of the air turns tender and true. Someone nearby plays a tune with no lyrics, only your whistling two tapping feet. And all of the houses seem stitched by the same thread. All of the silence feels low and sweet. This is the hour that gathers the fragments, all of the scattered pieces of mine. Smooths them down under a blanket of warm dusk and leaves no hard corner behind. I stand in the yard while the first stars begin their faint blooming. One by one over the roofs, and everything purple grows smaller in distance, and everything faithful takes me. Think of all the versions of me that ran restless, chasing the finish line made out of air. How none of them knew the calm was a doorway, and all they required was to stand there, to stand and receive the slow mercy of evening, to let the day leave without fear.
Votre survie n'était pas nécessaire.
Old street corners glow under tired amber lamps. Quiet sidewalks remember thousands of footsteps. Faded paint on brick walls hold silent summers. Laughter once drifting through warm evening air. A bicycle wheel spinning slow beside a rusted fence. Chalk lines washed pale by passing rain. Small windows flicker with soft yellow light. Distant music floating through thin apartment walls. Every block carries echoes hidden beneath the pavement. Forgotten songs beneath the noise of traffic lights. Photographs resting inside the mind like quiet lanterns, glowing softly with moments that slip away. Voices from another time brushing against the present. Warm, fragile, like dust in sunlight. Memory walks slowly through familiar avenues, touching places the heart still recognizes. The past breeze gently through the corners of the city. Never loud, never gone, only waiting in silence for the mind to wander. Stay in the glow, stay in the glow. The night slowly hard way, old lights flow. Round and round for soft winds go. Stay, 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 stay in the glow. Stay in the glow, stay in the glow. The night slowly the hard way, old lights flow. Round and round for soft winds go. Stay, 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 stay in the glow. A cracked playground rests beneath tall summer trees. Swings moving faint with the breath of evening wind. Empty benches still holding faint impressions of stories. Carved initials fading slowly in the wood. Distant windows reflect the last pale stripe of sunset. Shadows stretching long across quiet lawns. The smell of rain on warm asphalt drifts through memory, carrying fragments of laughter and distant music. Every moment once felt endless and bright. Every small day shining larger than time itself. Years pass like trains through quiet stations, leaving faint vibrations in the rails of thought. Yet the warmth of those hours never vanish. It waits quietly beneath the noise of growing older, like a melody hidden deep in the rhythm of breathing. Something gentle in the heart still knows. Stay in the glow, stay in the glow. The night's over the soft reflections of time. The past never disappears and the sound is completely. It lingers in colors and sounds and passion thoughts. The way a certain smell pulls years into the present. The way the distant melody opens a hidden door. Memory moves softly like drifting clouds over sunlight. Never rush, never entirely gone. Just resting somewhere beyond the noise of today. Waiting for the heart to wander through its quiet streets again. Then you stay in the glow, stay in the glow. Tonight, slow in the heart where the old lights flow. Round in the warm where soft winds go. Stay, 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 stay in the glow. Even as bright mornings rush through crowded avenues and new voices fill the air with unfamiliar rhythms. Traces of the old days remain beneath the surface. Warm echoes carry quietly inside the chest. Time keeps moving forward without hesitation. Yet pieces of the past travel gently beside it. Like soft lanterns lighting the path behind the steps. Reminds of every small moment that shaped the road. And sometimes in the calm between passing hours, those distant lights return with quiet clarity, reminding the heart how warmth once felt and how its glow still lives beneath every new horizon. Stay in the glow, stay in the glow. Tonight, slow in the heart where the old lights flow. Round in the warm for soft winds go. Stay, 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 stay in the glow. Stay in the glow where soft winds flow. Through quiet days where old lights glow. Round in the warm for calm hearts know. Stay, 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 stay in the glow. Cold glass catching the city in fragments. Blue signs flicker on a rain-worn wall. Shoes by the door with your coat on the chair back. Dust in the corners, a room breathing small. Somewhere a train cuts a line through the distance. Steel on the rails with a tie soft cry. Somewhere a late bus sighs at the red light, then disappears under a low black sky. All of these hours keep circling softly, each one returning with half of a trace. The hush in the ceiling, the mark on the tabletop, the faint kind of warmth that still lives in the place. I let the air move slow through the curtain. I let the dark rest flat on the floor. The world feels wider when nothing is speaking, when no one is asking what any of this is for. There was a look once, bright as a match. There was a pause with the pulse of its own. There was a feeling too quiet for language. Now it returns when the room is alone. Not like a storm or a door being broken. More like a light through the seam of a blind. More like a song half heard from another apartment. More like a handprint left in the mind. The night does not rush me. The night does not judge me. It lets every little unfinished thing breathe, and all that I carry grows softer in shadow. Less like a wound and more like a need. The lamp on the dresser lays gold on the paper. The page stays open and blank in my hand. Some things are too alive to fit in a sentence. Some things resist every shape that language demands. So I sit with the hum of the wires in the windows. Sit with the faint little shake in my chest, knowing the deepest stake is not always a burden. Sometimes it proves what the spirit held best. Come close, stay under my skin tonight. Move slow, low in the edge of the light. Turn round, living the beat of my mind. Come close, stay where the stars do not hollows. Come close, soft as the pull of the tide. Move slow, warm in the blue of the night. Turn round, stay till the first pale shine. Come close, stay in the heart of my mind. Down on the corner, the laundromat shimmers. White little circles spin through the glass. Old men in silence lean into the weather, watching the taillights thin as they pass. Every small street has a life of its own. Every bright window a separate flame. Every closed shop keeps the day in its metal. Every dark doorway remembers a name. I keep on walking through blocks full of echoes. My steps finding rhythm in puddles and smoke. The city at midnight is half revelation, half of a promise nobody spoke. There is a kind of peace in what never complete, and what never settled to me, black and white. And what keeps living between all the answers, a low hidden ember beneath all the light. I used to think closure would sound like a thunder, clean as a bell and clear as a sun. Now I know some truths arrive as a whisper, late in the hour, steady and fine. They come through the smell of the rain on the concrete, through the low trumpet cry from a car passing by, to the blue of a screen in a sleepless apartment, the one silver plane moving over the sky. They come when the chest goes quiet enough to receive them, when pride stops trying to new heart in the flame, when the heart lets itself remain open to absence, and still calls it beauty without giving it blame. There are faces that fade and there are faces that linger. There are voices the blood keeps hearing for years, not in exact words or sharp clear outlines, but in the current beneath all the tears. Maybe that current is all that I needed. Not rescue, not answers, not one fixed design, only the proof that I think I stay living, even when it belongs to no hand but mine.